Hi, my name is Khairul Anwar. I am one of the lecturers in the Faculty of Economics and Business. And this semester, quite likely that if you are my student, you will be taking management. Now, today I would like to briefly talk about one good advice which is applicable to you all. And that will be this: you have to read your textbooks. Now, luckily, there are a lot of textbooks around. Of course, if you wish, you can buy the textbooks that are listed in the reference list of the course outline. If not, then you have the option or the choice to read the free textbooks from open sources. Now, in my classes, I have managed to obtain several of these open source textbooks. These are free textbooks. Nevertheless, it is up to you to read the textbooks, or at least that one textbook that I have indicated or I have said that it will be very important for you to read. Now, the trick here is that you cannot just simply read the textbook like you are reading a storybook. What you need to do is, of course, download the PDF textbook. And then, if it is possible, print it out. Please print the textbook in a way that would make the textbook to be easy for you to read. Then read the textbook. Now, at least for my classes, my urge or my recommendation for every student is that you will need to read all of the textbook. Now, even though some of the chapters are not covered, nevertheless, these textbooks are very, very important for all of the chapters, despite not being covered in the classes, are important. But pay special attention to the chapters that are covered. In this regard, you can refer to the course outline, in which I will tell you which chapter or chapters that are relevant for each of the topics or learning units in the course outline. So after you have identified the chapters, you need to start reading the chapters. So when you read the chapters, preferably, as I've been telling you, you have a printed PDF. Of course, if that is your choice, you can simply read it online. But let me tell you, it is much more easier for you to read the textbook if you print the textbook first. Now, when you read the textbook, make sure you have a notebook or papers, foolscap papers, or papers that you can attach to, because it is highly advisable that you, when you read the chapter or chapters, you make notes, because this is not like reading a textbook is not like reading a novel. So the idea is this: if you can read the textbook and then make notes out of the chapters that are covered in the course outline, that will make you to be very familiar with the materials in the course, and that will help you to get good marks in the assessments. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now, but reading the textbook is, of course, one part. The other part is to attend the lectures. As of now, we are still in the online mode, so lectures are being conducted online. So, for the purposes of the online lectures, it is best for you to refer to the slides that are obtainable through the e-link. And then, of course, once you attend the lectures, make sure that you pay attention to the lectures. Again, the online lectures, it is highly advisable, like the textbook chapters, that you jot down notes. Now, even though the lectures can be watched again, because the lectures should be, I'm assuming that there are no technical difficulties, that the lectures should be obtainable maybe 3 or 4 hours after the end of the lecture. The link to the videos should be available. Now, even that is the case, it is highly advisable for you to take notes of the online lectures and then to ask questions there and then when you are lost or you need clarification. You don't have to wait until I ask or I say, do you have any questions? You can always interrupt. That is the purpose of learning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Learning should be seen as more like a discussion, not like a one-way kind of thing in which I give you the information. Now, if you have carefully make or read the chapters that are covered in the course outline and make notes, this would prepare you for the midterm and then for the final exam. Now, of course, for the final exam, as I will be telling you much more in detail during the lectures, it is not as simple as memorization of facts, because unfortunately this is not like in your school or in like your previous experience in taking lessons or courses before coming to Unimas. Here in Unimas, we want students to be able to perform higher order thinking, and at least for the final exam, that requires you to be able to have analytical skills. So to prepare for the final exam, so it's not just to read the textbooks, understand the lecture materials, but also you need to be able to have analytical skills, which you will be exercising throughout the course of this semester. Okay, so that will be all for this short video. The main idea here is that make sure that you get the textbook. You can have a choice to buy the textbook on your own or use the textbook that I will provide courtesy of the open sources or open libraries. Okay, and then make sure that you understand which chapters that are covered in the course outline, because different textbooks, the textbooks which I am making available to you, it's not exactly the same textbook upon which the course outline has been constructed. So some of the chapters might be different and the order of the chapters might also be different. So you need to know that. You will know that in the first day of class. So make sure in the first day of class you pay special attention. So once you know that, start to read the text. Start to make notes of the chapters. You don't have to like wait Like this week we are going to chapter 1, next week we're going chapter 2. It is very good and highly advisable for you first year students that at the early stages in the semester you will find that you have a lot of free time, so use the free time wisely, because after the middle of the semester assignments start to kick in. Many of the assignments will start to kick in, so you will find yourself out of time. So if you are smart and clever, finish the textbook notes early in the semester, and that will be good for you. So textbook notes are for the chapters that are covered in the course outline, but for the chapters that are not covered, read them. Read them without making any notes. And then, of course, pay attention to the lectures and participate in the class. Remember, the experience in the university is different from the experience in your schools. And of course, the online learning experience might be a challenge, and not just for you, also even for me. So actually we are in this thing together, we are learning together. So if there are any problems, do not hesitate to contact me. And always remember that start to read your textbook and make sure that you focus on the lectures, sorry, not lectures, but chapters that are being covered in the course outline, and make notes. Make notes of these chapters as carefully as you can. That will help a lot. I promise you that. So all the best to you. I'll see you in class.